Woke up. Wake you up. Wake that ass up.
Program your alarm to Power 105.1 on iHeartRadio.
Good morning, USA. Yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
Wake that ass up.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Tuesday. Good morning. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here another day to serve our beautiful listeners. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. How you feeling, Jess? How was your weekend?
Yo, it was good. Shout out to Columbus, Ohio. Yo, I know it seems like I go to Ohio all the time. And I do, yo, because they love me there. They love me. The Midwest loves me, but Columbus always shows me a great amount of love, from like the food to services. I got a great massage. Shout out to Tyler Glover. That's my girl. She's Ohio's own. I don't even know where she's from in Ohio, but every time I go, whether it's Cleveland, Toledo, Dayton, whatever,
she pulls up.
Cincinnati, she pulls up, and she always gets me right. And then so I started crafting my set around my book, right? And I'm talking about it on stage. And I got merch. I got hoodies, hats, and all that. Everybody want the book early. I'm like, yo, yeah, but they making
they can go pre-order.
I know, that's what I told them. But no, we need it now. I'm like, I promise you, he gonna be a baby daddy in April. I pray he still. That's not gonna change. Just pre-order it. Wait for it to drop. Everybody, they excited to hear me do my audio book, do the audio version of it with my accent.
Have you done it yet?
No, not yet. I do it in February. But they are so excited to hear the you and the do and the two with the book. So
grab a bunch of books yourself, so when you are on the road, you are on tour, people can get it when the book comes out.
Yes,
that you make sure you have the book for those people.
Yeah, or even better, you have the local bookstore in the area come through.
Oh yeah,
sell the books right there.
Okay,
yes,
so you get credit.
Man,
absolutely.
Everybody was asking, so that makes me excited, more excited for my book too.
So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
What you did this weekend, Charla?
Well, it's cheerleading season again.
Hey.
So I was at a cheerleading competition all weekend. I was actually in Baltimore, man. Dropping the clues bombs from Baltimore. I was in Baltimore. Salute to Derek Chase. I went to this spot called Everybody Loves Brunch.
Yeah.
Okay, that's on Paul Street in Baltimore, the Black Wall Street area. Man, they had some good food.
Yeah.
Good food, great conversation, man. Seafood omelet with grits. Oh, my God. You hear me?
Never heard of that spot. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's called Everybody Loves Brunch. The good brother Derek Chase in the Black Wall Street area of Baltimore. It was
dope.
Great time in Baltimore this weekend.
St. Paul Street. It's St. Paul Street.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was Paul Street.
You said Paul Street?
Yeah.
I never heard of Paul
Street.
Street
in Baltimore.
St. Paul.
2431 Paul Street. Everybody loves brunch. Pull up there.
Okay.
And salute to the University of Miami, man. Dropping the clues bombs for the University of Miami.
Man. That was a tough one.
Incredible season you all had. Salute to Indiana. Congratulations on being national champions. I didn't stay up to watch any of it.
I watched the game last night. Yeah, I watched the full game.
But I will say it felt very nostalgic watching the University of Miami compete for a national championship. Like, I was born in 1978, so I understand what the U means to culture. Like, some things are just more than sports, okay? University of Miami is culture. Doesn't matter where you from. You had some Hurricanes merch. You had a Miami Hurricanes hat. You had a Miami Hurricanes starter. Some things was just mandatory, okay?
Yeah.
When you grew up in a certain era.
I felt bad for them last night, man. They were pushing, man. So salute to Miami. I know.
How the hell did Logan feel? Logan, you pick a hell of a time not to play football.
That's what I told him. He played freshman year. He played sophomore year.
Oh, he not playing this year?
Junior, he was like, I don't want to play no more. He was like, I got my fix. And then
they go to the national championship. You decide to sit this one out, Logan.
He would have said, yes.
Damn.
So stupid. I told him the same thing. But he was at the game last night. He was FaceTiming me from the game last night when they were catching up. He was like, we're going to come back.
Man, Logan doing something else. Logan getting money, man.
Logan doing good.
I know he is.
Logan's doing good.
Hey, listen,
I'm proud of that boy.
I would love to celebrate Indiana this morning, but Indiana just don't have no music that's part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? So so we got to salute the University of Miami on their historic run. I know that Indiana won the national championship, okay? Congratulations to y'all. Salute to y'all. But, man, we got to rep Miami this morning, okay? We got to rep Miami on their historic run.
Where you want to
Play
go?
some Michael Jackson.
There's only one way to go. Listen, salute to Trick Daddy, but salute to Uncle Luke, but there's only one way to go, man. You got to start with Trick Daddy. Dollars can't F for me and my dog.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Let's start the show. Salute to everybody out in Miami. What's our station in Miami?
103.5 The Beat.
103.5 The Beat. Salute to everybody out in Miami. Logan, I know most of the college students probably sleeping on. They got to get up for class. Well, let's get to it. Let's get the show cracking. Belly Gang Cushington will be joining us in a little bit.
Hey.
Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, everybody.
That's not the version I wanted, though, Red.
Envy. Now, you need a trick start.
That ain't the one that started with Trick. Anybody want a mother effing die? Come see. How double D, nigga. That's right. That's mother me, nigga.
You need a trick starting that up. But it's all
God damn
good.
it, if I said it, I meant it.
Morning, everybody. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Let's start off with some quick sports. Now, they didn't put the score here on the game, but yes, Charlamagne just told you Indiana beat Miami last night. 21-27. It came down really to the last couple of plays, and Miami threw an interception. So, again, salute to Indiana, and salute for the amazing season Miami had.
It felt good watching Miami compete for a national championship, man. It was very nostalgic.
Mm-hmm. Now, also over the weekend, NFL, the Rams beat the Bears. The Patriots beat the Texans. The Broncos
I don't like
beat
that
the Bills.
nostalgia. I don't need Patriots in the AFC Championship game.
It look like they gonna get there. Looks like they gonna get there.
You're probably gonna get to the Super Bowl, too.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna get to the Super Bowl. But what's up, Mimi?
Good morning, Envy, Jess, Charlamagne. How y'all doing this morning?
Peace, Mimi.
Good morning, girl.
Good morning. All right, well, we start this morning in Minnesota where tensions are running high and the situation continues to escalate. Now, this all traces back to the fatal shooting of Renee Good, a mother of 3 and a U.S. citizen who was killed by an ICE officer in Minneapolis earlier this month. Now, since then, federal immigration enforcement has expanded across the city and protests have intensified. And now the federal response is also growing. The Pentagon has placed about 1,500 troops on standby as President Trump openly floats invoking the Insurrection Act. Now, that's a law that would allow federal troops to be deployed inside the U.S. Now, at the same time, the Justice Department is investigating Minnesota's top leaders. Federal officials are examining whether Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey interfered with federal immigration operations through public criticism of ICE and the federal handling of Good's death. Now, as protests continued over the weekend, they moved beyond the streets and into a church. On Sunday, demonstrators entered City's Church in St. Paul, interrupting services and chanting ICE out and calling for justice for Renee Good. Now, protesters say they targeted that church because they believe one of its pastors, David Easterwood, also leads the local ICE field office. Now, that protest is now the center of a federal investigation, pulling in former CNN anchor Don Lemon into the story. Now, he live streamed from inside the church on his YouTube channel, but the Justice Department says otherwise. They are accusing Lemon of embedding himself in the protests. Let's listen to the Civil Rights Chief of the Civil Rights Justice Department chief.
Journalism is not a badge or a shield that protects you from criminal consequences when you are part of a crime. And I think the videos show how close he was to these folks. I think further evidence will show more information about that. But he clearly knew, and he stated before going into the facility, it's on his own video, what was going to happen there. What was going to happen was a violation of federal law. It's off limits to go into a house of worship to do your little protest. Protests can occur on public property. Protests can occur outside, on a sidewalk, certain sidewalks, not all sidewalks. There's a time, place, and manner restrictions on the First Amendment right of protest, and they were violated here in this case. No question about it. The only question is who was involved, how many were involved, and how many charges are going to be brought here. Those are the questions.
Now, this portion, and this is the portion of Lemon's coverage that the Justice Department seems to be pointing to, is part of what you just heard in that soundbite just there. Let's listen to that.
This is an operation that is secret, that they invited folks out.
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere. They don't expect us to come there, and then we disrupt business as usual.
So right now it's kind of mayhem. We're not part of the activists, but we're here just reporting on them.
Did they explain to you why they're here?
They did not.
They said that there's someone here, Easterwood, who is a member of ICE, and he's a pastor of the church.
Our church had gathered for worship, which we do every Sunday. We asked them to leave, and they obviously have not left.
So that is the portion that the Justice Department is saying that Don Lemon was embedding himself into the protest by saying before that there was some secret operation happening. He was doing his reporting beforehand, before going into the church, and then he followed the protesters into the church. And after the scene inside the church, the administration says the protest is now under federal review, and investigators are examining possible violations of the FACE Act. And that's what makes it illegal to disrupt religious services. Lemon, he is pushing back on those accusations, saying that he was only there to report, not to participate, and noting that other journalists were also there. Let's listen to some of his pushback.
did no planning. There's no evidence of any planning, but I was there covering the protesters. I flew into Minneapolis that morning. They were holding an event, and I said, well, why don't I just go with you guys to see what you're doing today? And they said, fine, come with us. And I chronicled it throughout my show live. I had no idea of the planning. I didn't even know where we were going. Not that that even matters. Again, I'm a journalist. That's what I was doing. I talked to the people at the church. I talked to the pastor. I talked to the congregants. I talked to the protesters. And that's it. And then I left. Also, I wasn't the only journalist there, so I'm not quite sure how I became the face in the headline.
He clearly said that he wasn't part of that protest and he was just documenting.
He did say that. He said that a couple of times in the middle and towards the end when it was over. And so President Trump, he's also weighing in as well, reposting a message on Truth Social calling for Lemon to be prosecuted under that FACE Act that we just mentioned. And he's citing past cases that carried up to 40-year sentences on that.
Yeah, I don't like giving more attention to Don Lemon than we do the officer who killed Renee Good. Like, that's just a distraction from the officer, Jonathan Ross. Because what's up with that? Like, I saw Christy Noem say the officer Jonathan Ross is under internal review, but then I saw an FBI agent say they're not going to investigate him. Then I saw Christy Noem saying they shouldn't say the officer's name because people will dox him. Like, what the hell is going on, Mimi?
That is exactly, all of those things are going on. So the FBI had initially started investigating Jonathan Ross, and then they quickly pivoted, and now they're investigating her widow and see if she has any ties to any activists. And so that case is happening. And then at the same time, I saw on the Sunday programming where Christy Noem did not want to give the name of Jonathan Ross, although it's public, right? Mm-hmm. She didn't want to say the name because she says that he will be doxxed and people will go after him, but we already know who it is. And so, it's the administration seems to be pushing people away from, what is really happening and finding distractions. Again, here we are because a journalist doing their job has no bearing on, what's actually really going on inside of ICE, right? I mean, inside of Minnesota, which is, those ICE raids and, all the protests and the things that we're seeing inside Minneapolis right now.
Yeah, because, protesters got to do two things, right? Like, yes, you can scream justice for Renee Good, but what does that look like? That looks like, arresting the officer Jonathan Ross, or at least calling for a real investigation of Jonathan Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So we will continue to follow what happens with this, but again, sometimes things seem what's up is down and what's left is right. And
That's right.
So we have to kind of, dig a little deeper to find exactly what's happening with this administration and what's happening in the state of Minnesota. So coming up at 7, we'll unpack also the growing tensions in Greenland and why the Nobel Peace Prize is now part of that conversation.
All right. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is. We live.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, it's DJ Jones. I'm calling to give my city a shout out. Lima, Ohio.
Okay.
What's up, DJ Envy? What's good? How you doing?
How you feeling, brother? I'm good, man.
I'm feeling good. Charlamagne in there?
Peace, King. What's up, brother?
What up, Charlamagne? I tried to holler at you like last year, bro. But before I get off, though, February 28th, we got a boxing event. Old Boy Promotions, Jeff Fells. You feel me? Shout out my city, Lima, Ohio. Hey, and my son, Isaiah Jones, his birthday this weekend. Happy birthday, son. Hey, I'm all hype. I didn't think y'all was going to answer. But yeah, Isaiah Jones, happy birthday. My boy Keontae Benjamin, happy birthday. And yeah, God bless. February 28th, get your tickets. Old Boy Promotions.
All right, brother. Hello, who's this?
Yes, sir. J.A. from Indy.
Hey, Indy. Congratulations, J.A.
Hey, yeah, we appreciate that. But I expect the disrespect from you, Envy, but Charlamagne, do not try to play no Miami music when we won, man.
Listen, I got to celebrate Miami. They coach it. And plus, y'all ain't got no music to play. What you want me to play?
Michael Jackson.
I play Michael Jackson, Babyface, play Mike Epps. We don't care. Play something for me.
I don't know nothing. Okay, Mike, all right.
Freddie Gibbs.
I guess I could have played some Michael Jackson, but it's not. Y'all don't have no football records. Michael Jackson ain't got no football
music. That wouldn't sound right. Pretty young thing wouldn't sound right. I don't know.
Y'all are. Salute to Indiana.
Right. Yeah, salute. Y'all won last night. Great game.
Congratulations.
But Miami means more to culture. We just need to be honest about this.
There we go. All right, man. Y'all won again.
I bet you had a Hurricanes jacket growing up.
You probably
did. Nah, I had a USC jacket.
University of Southern California?
You know USC is not South Carolina.
Yes, we are. USC is all South Carolina. Don't play with us. What are you talking about, boy?
Very regional, but I appreciate y'all, man. Go Hoos.
It's a new day. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad
or blessed? It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, good morning. This is Yvonne.
Hey, Yvonne. Good morning. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Jacksonville, Florida, but I'm from Orlando, though.
Duval! What's up? Get it off your chest.
Duval! Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Jess Hilarious.
Hey,
I love you, Charlamagne. I love y'all all.
I love you more.
But I just wanted to get this off my chest this morning. So I have a bachelor's in criminal justice, and keep getting interviews, but I'm not getting the positions or getting job offers in that career field because they say I don't have any experience. But how am I supposed to get any experience if y'all not going to give me the chance to work? Not to mention, I follow what society says to achieve the American dream. I have mountain student loan debt that I'm not receiving a return on that I done invested in.
Damn.
So I just wanted to get that off my chest, and it's not like, I'm a wretched worker. I've been working since I was 11 years old, hustling perfume, selling candy. I worked up until I was 9 months pregnant. The day before I had my daughter, I was on somebody's job. So I'm not a bad worker or anything like that. I don't know what to do, at this point. I work a decent job right now, but it doesn't equate to the time and effort I put in to be able to do more for myself and my family.
I feel like there's so many people with that same story.
I was going to say the sad thing. I hear that a lot.
You get your education, then you go out there and you work hard, and America promises you all this milk and honey, but then you don't get all that milk and honey.
Then not only that, then they got to pay their loans back, and it takes them 8 to 10 years to pay that loan back.
Yep. Next thing you know, you start
Exactly.
OnlyFans.
And not even to mention, the student loans is affecting my credit and everything. So I can't qualify for no house. Thank goodness I was blessed to inherit a house that I'm currently fixing up right now that I had to do through a HELOC and everything. But even that, is a struggle to try to keep that in the family.
Lord have mercy.
I don't get it, and I've networked, I've talked to people, police officers and everything like that. I'm not, understand that there's things going on out here that are frowned upon in the police system, but I understand that everybody is not bad, either. And I feel like I chose to go into this career field because they need more people like me in that career field to, keep those checks and balances in place.
But what would you like to do? What would you like to do with your bachelor's degree?
Well, I would like to work at the police station or in the court system.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a friend who's going into the police academy to fast track their way to be an attorney. I didn't understand what they was trying to explain to me, but I don't know.
Right, she doesn't want to be a police officer. She just wants to work in the police.
But I'm saying, but
department.
When you work there, doesn't that fast track you to the courtroom or something like that?
Well, I feel like that's kind of not fair, though, that I have to go out here and be a D-cop, in order to advance to something else that has nothing to do with that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Put me in the front, and do some administration work and let me, climb the ladder from there. I scare people, shoot people. And I'm a scary person.
I got you. Would you think about leaving Florida, though? Would you think about leaving Florida? Maybe finding a position somewhere outside of Florida, maybe where they're hiring more people?
Well, yes, I thought about that, too. But it's already bad enough. I'm here in Jacksonville right now because my son suffered from a traumatic brain injury. So he was here getting services from Brooks. But I'm originally from Orlando, and that's where most of my family is. It's just, really just me, my brother, and my little sister. My little sister, she suffers severely from bipolar disorder, where she has manic episodes, and then my 2 other siblings, they have, their issues going on. But they are college educated, and they've been climbing the ladder. They're both of them are teachers. Shout out to my brother, Asa, at Lake Nona High School.
Well, I'm glad
and my sister Shannon.
Well, I'm glad you was able to get it off your chest, man, and just keep hustling. I don't know anything else.
Thank you for checking in, Mama.
Well, I appreciate y'all hearing me out.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you. Have a great day, though.
You too.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. We got the latest with Loren coming up.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Yes, we do. Because Nicki Minaj has.
It looks like A$AP Rocky album cover this morning.
I know that's right.
You know,
don't be dumb when you know you're stupid.
Oh my God!
Damn.
No, please, we're going to keep the energy positive. I had a long, lovely
That
break.
is positive. His album cover is dope.
Yeah,
it is.
Okay, but I don't know the word "dumb." It just
and
doesn't.
The album is
It don't, I know, but it don't sit well with me when you say it.
What?
Let's focus. Nicki Minaj has entered the Don Lemon chat. I don't know why she's making herself the face of religion and politics, but we're going to have a conversation about what does this actually help and the things she said, because she getting some pushback for it.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're talking LL Cool, babe.
Yeah, I'm not dumbing myself down. I'm being myself.
That source is trusted.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything and everything.
Little brown girls look at you and go, I want to be like you.
Take me through that. Take me through that.
Where's she going? The latest with Loren LoRosa
Take me through that.
on the Breakfast Club.
LL Cool, babe.
Talk to me.
Okay, so I know this morning Mimi Brown in Front Page News talked to us about, some of the protests happening in Minneapolis because of Renee Good and Don Lemon and how he's come into the picture. But Nicki Minaj is being called out by some people for being, according to them, homophobic. And the reason why this is happening is because when the live stream that Don Lemon did on his YouTube channel went live and it got picked up by news, she decided, Nicki Minaj, to tweet about it. And her tweet says, Don... C-word, sucking lemon is disgusting. How dare you? ? I want that thug in jail. He would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up. And then there's a photo of a Chucky doll. Then she tweets, Happy New Year. Then she tweets, she retweets a post by a woman who was talking about the fact that Don Lemon is married to a white man. He married Tim Malone, real estate agent, back in 2024.
They started tweeting Dr. Umar that?
They started tweeting and Nicki Minaj reposted it. So I don't know if it made it to Dr. Umar yet, but yeah. So they talk about, they're questioning whether he's pro-black or not because of his relationship, and Nicki Minaj retweets that and says true or false ? Hashtag arrest Don Lemon. She then tweets photos and she's saying the world is watching. Now, like I mentioned, you have the Hollywood Reporter, Yahoo, people that are having a conversation about her being homophobic. She's trying to have a conversation about whether Don Lemon should be locked up or not
Well, it's the way she said sea-sucking.
Yes.
Like she made it seem like, it was a bad thing to be a sea-sucker.
But I just feel like if her whole thing is to bring attention to, I think Don Lemon should be arrested, and all the news coverage is about the fact that she's homophobic, I think most of the news coverage anyway on one side, I think it kind of defeats the purpose. But
no, I disagree with you, because all I saw yesterday was them actually calling for Don Lemon to be arrested. They literally said they was going to bring charges up against Don Lemon.
Yeah, I saw there was going to be like the KKK law that they were going to try and use. But on one side, I think there's a lot of conversation about the homophobia now. But Don Lemon himself responded, and he also talked about, this being homophobic or not. Let's take a listen to Don Lemon responding to Nicki Minaj.
So people have been asking me about responding to Nicki Minaj's unhinged, homophobic tweet about me. Let me just say this. Nicki Minaj, stop talking about for which you know nothing about. This is out of your depth, and you are a homophobic bigot. You don't care about African Americans, and you're not an African American. From what I know, you are reportedly an undocumented citizen, so you should be deported under Donald Trump's rules. And the other thing is that your family members, you have one family member who is reportedly a sex offender, the other family member, your husband or whatever, a sex offender is your husband, and one of them is reportedly a pedophile. And you have nerve to talk about me and what you think that I do? Get a life. Stop being a pick-me. You should have put a pick-me doll on that damn tweet instead of a Chucky doll, because you are nothing but a pick me. I choose not to pick you, and so should black people, and so should gay people. Shouldn't buy your music. Clock that.
I will say something. When I heard Don Lemon do that rant yesterday, I guess it never dawned on me. I didn't realize Nicki Minaj was undocumented.
Yeah,
I thought that the whole deportation thing was just a joke. I didn't realize.
I thought so too, but I did see. So the same people who are calling for Don Lemon to be locked up, arrested, all the things, right? They're also saying that what he said about her being undocumented wasn't a thing. But I do know that there is
so
that.
It's not true.
there's conversation back and forth, and here's why. So on one side, you have the petition on change.org, which is over 92,000 signatures right now, asking for Nicki Minaj to be deported. Now, back in 2016, Nicki Minaj herself talked about Donald Trump wanting her to go home and spoke out against deportation policies. And then in 2018, she did the same thing, speaking against Trump and his family separation policies because of her connections to Trinidad. But
is she undocumented or not?
She was born in Trinidad.
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, because I thought she came over here when she was 5.
Yeah,
I don't know if she did the paperwork to become a citizen or if she's dual citizenship. We don't know, but
yes.
she was definitely born in Trinidad.
Yeah,
when I looked at it yesterday, I saw she posted on Instagram. I guess back in the day, I came to this country as an illegal immigrant. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I never. She talks about it all the time, being born in Trinidad and all that.
Yeah, she has there's a song. Yeah, she's talked about it before. We just mentioned the dates, but
damn, shouldn't she after all this time? Shouldn't she like be here legally though? Like, shouldn't she?
We don't know for a fact that she's not. We don't.
I mean, and she married, so then she technically got a green card.
But you know that happens to a lot of people. Like, people come here as a kid, they never get their citizenship because they don't really think about it. They consider themselves American, and then they get in trouble, and then they get like that happened to Sean. Sean was
that happened to he from Belize.
Even what's his name? If you watch Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teresa's husband Joe Giudice, he was born here. He went to elementary school here, middle school here, high school here, part of college, and then when you get a crime,
AI Overview says she's not a U.S. citizen.
Damn.
I don't know what that means. I'm sure she's paid plenty of taxes here. And stuff.
Yeah,
right.
Well, she's and speaking of her marriage, a lot of people feel like the conversations and all of the support of the Trump administration, which Don Lemon mentioned in his TMZ interview that he did about this, is because she's trying to cozy up to the Trump administration to ask for pardons for her husband, and that's been a whole conversation as well too. So,
well, after finding out if she, I guess, allegedly undocumented, I would think that would be more of a reason to cozy up to the Trump administration than the other stuff.
Yeah. Well, we'll see as this goes because
Trump and that team, they're not deporting her.
No, she went to the UN for that.
No, she supports them too much. They're not deporting her.
Yeah,
I don't know why she would trust them people.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why you would trust them either to say that.
I mean, I think because right now, think about all of the conversation and the attention that she's kind of like a face of the Trump administration now.
Jeez,
and is sucker a slur?
If used in a way where you're trying to if you
weaponize
disparaging somebody for sucking it.
Yes.
Man, nah.
I can't call you a sucker.
Not if you're disparaging me for doing it.
Okay.
That's crazy, but you can disparage a woman. I don't make it a slur. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's just about how you say it.
What about we got prostitutes? We do it, Lauren. You know what I mean?
But
he said it she said it in a disparaging way because he is homosexual.
Yeah,
that's why. That's what she did.
It.
Yes,
Okay.
Come on, guys.
I'm just asking.
Well, you call him gay in a disparaging way all the time.
No, I don't actually. I do it in a loving way.
Okay,
I know. That's right.
Then you know what's funny? I called him sucker. He didn't say no, I'm not. He just said he didn't say I'm not a sucker. So
I don't defend things like that. What's the point?
Okay,
you don't got to defend it.
But also, too, if I was Don Lemon, I would be more concerned about the Department of Justice, threatening me with charges than I would anything Nicki Minaj got to say.
Well, he said yesterday on his live stream when he reacted to the Department of Justice that he is fine because he was not there as a protester, and he made it very clear. He did say that a lot on the actual church live stream that he was just there as a journalist, which it is in his right, he says, for him to be able to be there as a journalist and be covering it.
No, I just when you see the Assistant Attorney General, threaten you with charges.
So you want a record?
Yeah.
Or you want alert?
I would be. I'd be more focused on that than I would anything Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, like Don said. What about all the other journalists?
You know what's crazy too? I know we got to wrap up, but I was thinking about this yesterday. Don Lemon at CNN, like, of course he had people always coming for him, and he wasn't everybody's favorite. But him on his live stream, I feel like I
remember when they used to treat Don Lemon the way they treating Stephen A. Smith now.
Oh, like he hates all black people?
Yes, when they used to call him Uncle Tom and Coon. I remember that vividly. When he was in Ferguson, he was like, do I smell marijuana? Is that marijuana? When he was holding up the N-word sign on CNN, that's what I remember that vividly.
Yeah, but I just feel like now the conversations around him are like, they're just as big, or if not bigger, because he's on his own, he's able to do what he wants to do. But it's just a different conversation. I was thinking about that yesterday, like how media has changed so much because he's there on his own live stream, just on YouTube, and he's making national news and making the DOJ sit down and tweet and have these conversations. So
that's not the conversations I want them to be
hell
having.
No.
All right.
That's a lot going on.
Scary.
Well, that is the latest with Lauren. Now, when we come back, we got front page news, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Start off with sports. College championship game last night. Salute to Indiana. They beat Miami 27-21. Indiana's season was undefeated with 16-0. So salute to Indiana and also salute to Miami out there. Now, also, the NBA, they announced the All-Star starters for the 2026 game. And LeBron out for the first time in 22 years, LeBron is not a starter.
Not a shock.
So, Giannis, Jalen, Cade Cunningham, Tyrese, Jalen Brown, the Joker, Luca, Shai, Steph Curry, and Victor Wembanyama are all the starters. And quickly in football...
He missed the first 14 games.
Yeah.
Wow. He was hurt.
Yeah. Now, also, NFL, the Rams beat the Bears 2017. Patriots beat the Texans 28-16. The Broncos beat the Bills 33-30. And the Seahawks beat the 49ers 41-6. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, Envy. Josh Charlamagne, how y'all doing this morning?
Peace, Mimi Brown.
Good morning. So we're following growing tensions between the U.S. and Europe this morning, sparked by President Trump's renewed push to take control of Greenland. So in a text sent over the weekend to Norway's Prime Minister, President Trump wrote that he does no longer feel obligated to think purely of peace. So writing in part, considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 years of war, plus I no longer feel an obligation to purely think of peace, adding that he will now do what he believes in the best interests of the United States. Now, that message came after Norway's prime minister reached out urging de-escalation. The administration, though, is pushing back on the idea that this dispute is about the Nobel Peace Prize. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the president's focus on Greenland is about national security, not personal grievance. Let's listen to what he had to say.
And I think it's a complete canard that the president would be doing this because of the Nobel Prize. The president is looking at Greenland as a strategic asset for the United States. We are not going to outsource our hemispheric security to anyone else.
Well, Trump is also threatening tariffs, warning that as of February 1st, the U.S. could impose a 10% tariff on Denmark and other European countries, including Germany and France, unless Greenland is sold. Now, with those tariffs escalating to as much as 25% in June if there's still no deal. Now, Denmark and its allies, they've been sending small military forces to Greenland in response, and that pressure has also sparked protests with thousands marching in Denmark over the weekend. And European leaders warn that the standoff, it risks further straining NATO. And now they are scrambling to meet with President Trump tomorrow in Switzerland to try and calm the situation. So
yeah, the irony of not getting the Nobel Peace Prize and then declaring war. You're proving them right.
Crazy.
That's exactly why you don't deserve the goddamn Nobel Peace Prize. And also, too, when he says that, what did he say about Greenland? It's a national, what did he say? National security? What did he say?
He said it's a national, were you talking about Secretary Scott Bessent or?
No, you said
Trump.
Trump wants Greenland as a matter of national security?
As a matter of national security, yes.
But wouldn't going into Greenland threaten the national security of the United States?
Yes, it would.
Because it would make our allies turn into our adversaries.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely would. It would set off another war, literally, right? So we've got the threat of a global war. We have a civil war happening here within the United States, and we're talking about the Nobel Peace Prize.
It would break our unity with NATO. Like, so I don't understand the logic. But once again, I don't know why we keep trying to make logic out of illogical things. Like
Greenland only has 56,000 people as population, so it's not a huge place.
I hear stuff like this. All I think to myself, what is in those Epstein files? What is in those Epstein files that makes him react like this and cause these type of distractions?
Absolutely. And finally, y'all, if your Instagram, we're switching gears a little bit. So finally, if your Instagram feed suddenly looks like it did 10 years ago, you are not imagining it. 2016, they are having a moment. Social media analysts say people from across different platforms are posting throwback photos of what many say are now 2016 was an iconic internet era. So users are digging through old camera rolls, Snapchat filters, and what's standing out isn't just how people looked, it's how similar the energy feels. So no matter what you wore, or where you lived, people are saying the energy from 2016, it feels fresh, it feels new, and it doesn't feel as heavy as it does right now. So researchers who study digital culture say 2016, it represents a different phase of the internet too. So before the endless scrolling, before algorithms dominated the feed, and before posting felt performative. They say back then people were largely just sharing content with friends in their community, not chasing engagement or brand deals. And they also say, life felt lighter. Social media felt fun. And for many, it was before the pandemic, before that constant news cycle, and before the internet started feeling heavy and exhausted. Have y'all noticed, or have you posted some photos from 2016 as well? Have you jumped on the trend?
I definitely did. 2016 was a very great year. 2016, that's the year I started going to therapy. And made a lot of good, lifestyle changes, and really asked God for some direction that God definitely gave to me. But also, to that point, 2016 was like the beginning of all of this, because that was the year that Trump and Hillary ran against each other, and Trump won his first term.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very, very true. What about you, Jess? Have you been noticing on your feed the 2016 trend happening?
No, I hear people talking about it though, but no, I haven't participated or seen much of it yet.
No, I seen it all over the feed. I just ain't jump into it. I ain't had the time to look. I ain't jump into it. But yeah,
2016 was a great year.
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, I've had a great decade, to be honest with you. My life is amazing. I don't know what to tell y'all.
That's great. I mean,
pick a year.
Amazing.
Pick a year. You know what I mean? I just 2036. I hope we still here to look back at the last decade as well. To be honest with you,
my kids are good. I'm good. That's all that matters.
That's what I'm saying. Like
life
is great.
Life is amazing.
And I guess what it also reminds you is like, man, no matter what, God always has a bigger picture. And we're gonna be all right.
That's right.
Like we're gonna be okay.
Right. And
if we not, then that's God's will too.
Right. And what you also notice is like in 2016, maybe not y'all, but like how maybe like you'll be complaining about something and you'll look around and be like, oh, why is this happening or this happening? And then 10 years later you'll be like, yeah, it wasn't that bad, because look now.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Exactly. You can what you just said, Mimi. You can see why it happened. Like every single moment in your life plays a role. It's all just part of this beautiful process that we live that has us right where we need to be today.
True.
Very well said. All right, y'all. Well, that is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV. For more stories, follow the Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app or visit BINnews.com.
Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you.
Now, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. I was talking behind the scenes. I seen a headline. It said, comedian Ryan Davis says that his daughter's love became transactional and it broke him. He said, I lost it. And I was like, damn. That must be messed up when, if your daughter just calls you nothing for money. And then Charlamagne said something that I did not know.
Because you ain't listened to the interview.
No, I just seen the headline. I just saw it was
like 11.
It's only 11.
A kid.
Unless I heard it wrong. Play the clip, because I thought he said the daughter was like 10 or 11 years old.
I have an 8-year-old son and a 10-year-old daughter. She's about to turn 11. My daughter went from, I love my dad, to let me see what I can get out of here. And when she started looking at me as access to like material things,
you were ATM. All of a sudden, you weren't dad. You were an ATM.
Broke me, because it was like I only want to be around him if I can get something out of him.
So let me ask you this: Did you sit down and have a conversation? How did you come to this realization that it was, yes, this is my child, but my child only wants to be around me because of what the access that she has to things, perfume, jewelry, clothes, makeup, whatever the case may be.
To watch that daddy's girl go from, I just want to be around him, I just want to touch him, I just want to sleep on him, be cuddled up to him, to, hey, if you ain't buying me nothing, I really ain't trying to go.
I'm like, at 10 or 11...
That's what they posted.
Kids don't even understand they being transactional. They're just kids. Like, I don't even think they understand the concept of transactions. No. Meaning, like, I'll give you a perfect example. My daughter wanted to go to a party, but she didn't do her homework this weekend, so she couldn't go to the party yesterday, and she was very upset about that. But no, you got to teach them the consequences of their actions. Like, you don't get rewarded.
Correct.
When you don't do the right thing.
Right. But I also feel like I don't know what his relationship is with his kids, if they live with him or not. But I always say with kids, time matters over everything. Time matters over presence. It doesn't matter. You got to be there in your child's life so your child can understand you. If you're not, they know you are the breadwinner. Hey, Dad, can I have some money for some steak? Hey, Dad, can I have that? But let's discuss.
My God. He wouldn't like my son at all. My son asked for everything he wanted. And you wouldn't let her go to a Martin Luther King birthday party?
No, because she didn't do her homework.
Damn.
I don't know if it was a Martin Luther King birthday party.
I'm just saying
it wasn't not a Martin Luther King Jr. birthday party. It was a kid in her class's birthday party. But Your homework wasn't done. Just like kids, we all got to teach kids responsibility at an early age. If the room not clean, if your homework not done, you don't get rewarded. That's right. Like, period. And you got to teach them that. So I don't even understand what he means when he says his daughter's transactional. She don't even understand that life yet.
Yeah. Let's open up the phone lines. Take your thoughts. 800-585-1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Steady calling my phone. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, we're talking about comedian Ryan Davis. He's been up here a bunch of times. He was on an interview with Shannon Sharp, and he was talking about his daughter and how he feel like his love between him and his daughter became transactional. Let's listen.
I have an 8-year-old son and a 10-year-old daughter. She's about to turn 11. My daughter went from I love my dad to let me see what I can get out of here. And when she started looking at me as access to like material things,
you were ATM. All of a sudden, you weren't dad. You were an ATM.
Broke me, because it was like I only want to be around him if I can get something out of him.
How did you come to this realization? Yes, this is my child, but my child only wants to be around me because of what the access that she has to things, perfume, jewelry, clothes, makeup, whatever the case may be.
To watch that daddy's girl go from, I just want to be around him, I just want to touch him, I just want to sleep on him, be cuddled up to him, to, hey, if you ain't buying me nothing, I really ain't trying to go.
So let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. Let's start with you, Jess. What you think?
I didn't know that she was 10 or 11. But you know what? I honestly feel like he sounds hurt. Like this is coming from a hurt place for real. And although that's what kids are going to do at that age, especially if they know they have, they're fortunate, and they have the means, their parents have the means to get them whatever, or one of their parents or whatever. But I think because if you listen a little further, he actually kind of contradicts himself a little bit later into it. But I feel like somehow along the way, him and his baby mother just wasn't, they couldn't get on the same page as far as co-parenting. And I feel like he may feel like the mother of his child may be turning the child against him. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just ain't find a good way to co-parent yet. Like him and the mother got some other things to work out, and I feel like,
which is trickling down to their child.
Yeah, it's trickling down to the child, because although she is young, she is old enough to hear if mom is saying this or if,
Correct.
So I just feel like he feel like it's some type of influence from the mother to the child or whatever. And so he's not mad, but I guess irritated with the child in some type of way. You know what I mean?
But I would say with any relationship with any child, especially at that age, I think time is the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
Being present because they can understand and feel. But it's we hear it all the time. I feel like I'm an ATM with my kids. But at 10 years old, 11 years old, your kids want things like, hey, yo, pops, I want these new cakes. Hey, pops, I need cleats.
And if
hey,
you
pops,
got
I need a basketball. Hey, pops, I need Roblox.
Yeah.
Hey, pops, I need a jacket. Hey, pops, I need this. That's just the way kids are.
And to be honest, whether you got it or not, your kids are like that, because I didn't always have it when Ash was growing up, when he was younger. I wasn't always, rolling in dough like now, you know what I mean? But the kids get to an age where they want it, whether you got it or not. So whether Ryan was Ryan Davis, the comedian, or regular Ryan around the way, she was going to be like that anyway.
And not only that, the more you say yes, the more the kids are going to ask. Because I asked my parents for everything, and a lot of times they said no.
Yeah.
And it was just it.
Same.
And you get mad at for a little bit, but then you be like, all right, this is what it is. Dad got a bite? No. All right. All right. Charlamagne?
Yeah, I need Ryan to expound on transactional because when you are a parent of a 10-year-old, everything is quote-unquote transactional, but not in the way he was explaining it, though. 10 years old, that's the age where you are teaching kids about actions and consequences,
discipline, yes.
responsibility, understanding rules. As y'all both said, kids want everything, and they expect you to get it for them, okay? They're watching YouTube, they're watching TV, there's all these ads being pushed to them constantly, so kids are always asking for things, but guess what? It's up to us as parents to tell them no.
Correct.
It's up to us to teach them consequences and responsibility and to let them know these things are luxuries, not rights. Okay?
Right.
These are treats and rewards. And guess what? You don't get these things if your chores aren't done.
That's right.
If your schoolwork isn't done.
Correct.
If you was being nasty and got an attitude. So I really don't understand the context of Ryan's conversation because that's not the way he explained transactional. Also, I got 4 girls. 17, 10, 7, and 4. Okay? at 10, they get to that age. Well, it's not about you anymore, Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they are seeking their own independence. They don't want to be up under you having daddy-daughter cuddle time. Okay, but that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with hormones.
Yes. And having friends. My daughter, I think like 2 weeks ago, I was holding her hand walking her to school.
Yeah.
And she kind of took her hand. And I was like, hey. She was like, I'm just fixing my book bag.
Not this year. We're not doing
but she didn't do that. I was hurt. But like Charlamagne said, she's finding her independence.
That's
it. You know.
But he only got one daughter. So he hasn't gone through any of this yet. But
and his son is younger, so he
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Nisi.
Nisi, what's your thoughts, Mama?
Good morning.
Good morning. My thoughts is that's backwards thinking. My daughter's father went to prison while I was pregnant with her, and he did 17 years. He came home, and she would reach out to him from time to time for like gas money or a couple dollars, and he just flat out told her, don't call me anymore because every time you call me, you just want money. So, of course, Mama Bear, I step in, and I'm like, for 17 years, she couldn't even call you. Or see you, so why would it matter what she's calling for? I just feel that it's the adult's responsibility to reach out to the child. But if the child is reaching out, accept it. So what? What's $20 for gas? You did 17 years in prison.
You're right.
Yeah. Also, what's a huge difference between 17 and 10, man? Like at 10, everything is transactional.
She's still a child, and she's still a child. I don't care how old, it's still a child.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Mind.
She's still a child.
Yeah, you didn't buy the car. You didn't pay the pay for insurance.
Yeah, she's not asking for a crib or a car. She's saying some gas money, right? Things are tough. She's still in school. I'm with you.
Right, she's a high school teenager, so I think that's just ass backwards thinking.
And your daughter probably don't know how to have a conversation with her
with
father.
him. Yeah, he's been gone for 17 years. Yeah.
Hello, who's this?
What's going on? This is Mr. Showmoney, Roselle, New Jersey.
Mr. Showmoney, what's poppin', brother? What's your thoughts, brother?
What's happening? Happy New Year to y'all, man. Love y'all. Miss
Happy
y'all,
New Year.
man.
Love you back, brother. Talk
Peace,
to
Mr.
us.
Showmoney.
Listen. Why is this dude on the Shannon Sharp show calling out his 10 or 11-year-old baby? At that age, kids want to begin to separate and find their own identity. That doesn't matter. I mean, if you live with them or what you're doing for them, that's what kids do. They don't want to be about their mama and daddy as teens and preteens, but when they babies, that's what they do. Like, what is going on in the world? Oh man, it broke me because all she wanted to do was be pregnant. And that could be a phase she going through. She could be up under him again next month, or 2 months later. She's just being a kid. But he on a platform calling out his 11-year-old baby because all she I don't know. I don't get it.
Thank you, sir. So taking your calls, we got Brian on the line. Brian, good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good, Brian. Talk to us. What's your thoughts?
From a parental standpoint, I sense a little bit of immaturity as a parent. I think he got a little bit more growing up to do as a father, even though his kids might be a little bit older. I think his role might be different. And I think his daughter going to test her superpower, too, now that, life is a little bit different for him. It's different for her, too. So, kids going to do what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, brother.
Yep.
Hello, who's this?
Andrea.
Hey, Andrea.
Good
Talk to us.
morning.
What's your thoughts, mama?
Yeah, so I was calling just to spread the word around about the 2 p.m. nationwide walkout. You're going to walk out of wherever you are and then walk into your local House of Representatives and demand impeachment of Donald Trump.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Oh, me either.
That's what's up. When that's happening today?
Today, yes. It's January the 20th, and the reason they're doing it today is because that was Donald Trump's inauguration day.
So we could just walk out our job right now?
2 o'clock,
2
boy.
o'clock, yo.
At 2 p.m.
Sorry.
2 p.m.
Sorry.
I didn't know about that. Thank you for letting us know.
So happy to leave work. Like, no.
I thought we was leaving work now. Hello, who's this?
Monet.
Monet, good morning. Talk to us, Monet.
Good morning. Yeah, these children are a different breed, but I also remember being, like my son is 10, I remember being his age, and I didn't want to go over my grandma's house unless I was on punishment because I knew I could get whatever I wanted. But my son, he doesn't go to Target with me unless he knows he's getting McDonald's or he can browse the toy aisle for his birthday next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but why are we acting like that's not how kids have always been? You want a kid once. Like, I don't get like that's not transactional. That's being a kid.
Yep.
Exactly. So yeah, what he's saying, that's a little crazy. Now, if she was like 19, 20, or old, an adult.
Yeah.
Now you got an issue. She's using you, but she's a child.
Yes.
You're there to provide for her and give her all these things you've been doing already. Stop spoiling the kids. We can't help it.
Yeah.
We always want to give all the kids what we didn't have, or okay, why are they honking at me? I'm sorry.
You must be
That wasn't
fine.
me. And then
Oh.
I'm sorry. No, I'm actually stopped. I'm trying to get to the work parking lot. I'm about to be late, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
But I messed around and told this little boy how much I made an hour, so now he thinks I'm rich.
Damn. Damn.
But listen, it's up to us as parents to teach kids about consequences and responsibility. And we have to let them know that these things are luxuries and not rights. And if you don't do what you're supposed to do, your chores, your homework, have a good attitude, you ain't gonna get rewarded with these things.
Hello, who's this?
My name is Destiny. Oh my goodness. All right, so my baby is 14, and that is my world. I would never think that it's transactional. I'm a mom. I love being a mom. But anyway, shout out to my mama. My mama is amazing. Yeah. I love y'all. I've been listening to y'all forever. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Now, Destiny, I know you did not fight to get through to give us that little mediocre little
answer.
That was just.
I'm nervous.
She nervous, yo.
That's it. That's all you had. My baby's
I'm
my
trying
world.
to stop shaking.
My baby's 14. I spoiled my baby. My mama spoiled me. You don't just do things for your daughter. Your daughter has to earn.
Oh no. Absolutely not. My baby, no. I don't play the radio. Absolutely not. You don't handle your business. You don't get this.
That's right.
He just asked to go to a game the other day. What them grades looking like, baby?
That's right.
Yeah. Thank you, Mama.
And that's what Ryan didn't explain. Like you can't just say kids are transact. The way he explained it sounded like y'all thought the kids was older.
Yeah,
I definitely thought the kids was
when you were
20s,
talking about it earlier, I thought that he had an older kid. I was gonna say, damn, Ryan in his late 30s, mid 30s. How the hell he got an older kid?
I thought it was older kids.
But you know what I do want to say is, I hope he talks to her about it too, because she is going to see that. You know what I'm saying? And like Mr. Showmoney said, it looks like he is calling her out. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you really talking about her mother. You know what I mean? But you calling out your child. She only 10 or 11. I hope he talks to her, because she got to see this too. Like, damn, y'all was only 10, 11, and you calling me out on the show. You know what I mean? So,
Floyd, what's up, Floyd? Talk to us.
What's going on, beautiful people? I say good morning to you guys. Listen, I heard what you said, Charlamagne, and theoretically, you're right. We want to raise kids the way we were taught to be raised. But these kids are like sponges nowadays. They're entitled to information at a quicker pace than we were. They use what they have. They absorb everything, and they use it to their advantage. If we look at like this situation with 50 Cent and his son was entitled by his mother to want. 50 was trying to teach him, like, you don't need it. We get to a point now where everything that our children see, they want. They want to have. They want to utilize. Cut your son's Wi-Fi off, your daughter's Wi-Fi off, and watch it go crazy.
Yeah, but see, I think the difference.
You provided that for her.
Yeah, but I think the difference is, 50 explained to us how his son was being coached by the mom.
Yeah.
If Ryan would have said, like, the mom is coaching the daughter to be transactional, that's different. Just to say your kids are transactional, no. And by the way, everything is quote unquote transactional when you're dealing with a child.
But I also disagree with this gentleman just said. And the reason I disagree is also how you raise your kids, right? My kids, outside of the baby, because the baby don't respect nothing right now, especially right now, she's spoiled. She gets everything she wants. But outside of the baby, they respect and they understand when dad or mom says no. They're cool with it.
But you taught them that.
Because we taught them that.
Yes.
The same thing with the Wi-Fi. They don't care about the Wi-Fi. If I say no, we have no Wi-Fi, they're not going to be like, oh! No, they're like, all right, Dad, there's no Wi-Fi.
Absolutely.
It is what it is. But that's because they were taught. They were disciplined. They understand that things just don't come just because it's free. No, you have to earn. Things have to be earned.
Absolutely.
You have to be, and when you do get it, you have to respect it and appreciate it.
And
outside of the baby. The baby, Right now, she just do whatever she wants. Yeah, whatever she wants. Yeah,
and I disagree with that, brother, because kids are influenced to want things because they're always being advertised to.
Mhm.
If they're on YouTube, if they're watching TV, like, you know, there's
Even at school, they see their friends with things.
There's always ads being pushed to them constantly. I don't care if it's food. I don't care if it's toys. They're always asking for things. They're kids.
Yeah.
And it's up to us as parents to be like, no, those are luxuries, not rights.
Correct.
So if you do the right thing, meaning your chores, your homework, them grades are good, you got a great attitude, then you'll get rewarded with things.
Perfect example. You know them little Stanley mugs that came out a couple years ago that every kid wanted?
Yes.
It's the dumbest thing ever, right? Because it got a straw and it could spill over, right?
Yes.
But every kid wanted it.
Yeah.
Now they got a new one. Ozawa, whatever it is.
Oh,
now
I
they
didn't
can't
know it was
spill.
a new
Now
one.
the kids want this one. It's
That's
just,
crazy.
It's these marketing schemes to these kids.
all
It's amazing.
influence. Yep.
All right. Well, when we come back, we got the latest with Loren, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Your talk, LL Cool, babe.
Yeah, I'm not dumbing myself down. I'm being myself.
That source is trusted.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything and everything.
The little brown girls look at you and go, I want to be like you.
Take me through that. Take me through that.
She gone. The latest with Loren
Take me
LoRosa
through that. Take me through that.
on the Breakfast Club.
LL Cool, babe.
Talk to me.
So Cardi B was celebrating. Y'all can hear me? I can't hear myself.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Cardi B was celebrating yesterday. Stephon Diggs and his win with the Patriots. They played the Houston Texans, and you know, normally she's at some of the games when she can make it, but she was live and she was talking about you know, all the things she's going to do for him once he is finished the game. But let's take a listen to her celebrating the touchdown that he scored.
Welcome down! Welcome down! Welcome down! Welcome down! In the name of Jesus! Welcome down! Welcome down!
So then she talks about how she's gonna, you know, cook for Bay once he gets home, because they were talking about, you know, she was on live with other people and they were talking about what happens once the game is over. Let's take a listen to Cardi on cooking for Stephon.
I cannot wait to see him. As soon as he come right out that door, as soon as he come in that door. Come on now.
You better make my bro a good meal.
I'm making him some pork chops.
Yeah.
Baked potatoes, greens. I'm baking him a cake. All that. Where to my mother? I'm making his bed. All that.
I know that's right, Cardi.
And
That's right.
She posted video of him eating after the game, and he was she had a spread.
What she make?
I think it was like barbecue chicken. I saw some yams. I saw some mashed potatoes.
She can cook. It look good.
It looked really. She cooked it. Yes, it looks really good.
Hey, yo, F the Patriots is a staff, record label, and mother effing crew. This coming from a Dallas Cowboy fan, okay? All
And
right,
from a Giants fan, touche.
And I'm just letting you know that's just pure. Yeah, that's pure jealousy and pure envy because they are a great franchise. And the reality of the situation is Dallas Cowboy is America's team, right? But if we were really being honest, the Patriots would have to be America's team because they're such a winning franchise.
How they
and
so
they're
good?
called the Patriots.
How they so good so long?
No. They had some bad years. They had 6 bad years.
Yeah, but then they came right back.
Well, now, I mean, 6 years is a long time.
How many years did Dallas Cowboy have back?
Way too long.
See?
I don't know much. I just
They
always know the
bounced
Dallas
back
Cowboys
quick.
be
Way too
losing.
long. Way too long.
Yeah, and the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
no, the Giants got 2 Super Bowls and y'all beat the Patriots.
We did. We beat the Patriots
that's,
twice.
You know, that's big.
Yeah, so if they make it to the Super Bowl, that'll be February 8th, and Cardi B starts her Little Miss Drama tour on February 11th, so hopefully she'll be able to make it to see Bay play.
Yo, that would be crazy
It would
if
be
Bay is
fire.
in the Super Bowl and then she pops out with Bad Bunny.
What?
Because they got records with each other.
Yeah, Bad Bunny credits her for,
that's what's
helping
up.
his career a lot, so that could be a thing.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Well, how? What?
I think it's just because of the space that Cardi B took up when she started doing like the international music. But there's a moment where he brought Cardi B out on stage and thanked her. This was like some years ago.
Dope.
I was just watching it over the weekend because I saw that Bad Bunny's trailer for the Super Bowl like broke numbers, like viewership numbers or
Nice. I
something
haven't
like
even
that.
seen it yet. I gotta look at it.
Yeah.
One of Cardi's biggest
Ice
hits.
got something planned for the Super Bowl.
Shut up.
I just know they do, but you just know they do.
No.
Donald Trump is not going to be upstaged by no Bad Bunny on February 8th. You know Ice got something planned.
You was about to say I like it.
Her biggest record was one of her biggest records.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it like that. So hopefully we get to see that.
Well, speaking of other music news, over the weekend, Ludacris was on a festival and then not on a festival because people were upset. So I confirmed that Ludacris has pulled out of Kid Rock's Country Music Festival. Now, this festival, there was a full lineup of people, including Nelly, a bunch of different country music artists. The festival is called Rock the Country, celebration of 250 years of freedom. Now, a lot of people feel like because it's a festival associated with Kid Rock, that this is a MAGA-based festival, and they were upset to see Ludacris and Nelly on the lineup. This is not Nelly's first time participating in the festival, though, but I did confirm that Ludacris, because his name was taken off the flyer after it was announced, and people were like, wait, so does this mean he's not on it? I confirmed that he's not on it, but there was a statement that was given by a rep for Ludacris that said that this was a mix-up. Lines got crossed. He was never supposed to be on the lineup.
What makes it a MAGA festival?
I think people just associated with that because of Kid Rock.
Is it Kid Rock's festival or he's just performing?
Yeah, Kid Rock is one of the headliners, but it's Kid Rock's Country Music Festival. So
it's called Kid Rock's Country Music Festival.
No, it's called Rock the Country, but it's Kid Rock's Country Music Festival. So you have Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, Blake Shelton, Jelly Roll. There's a ton of people on this festival.
So is Kid Rock on it every year? Is this Kid Rock's festival?
It's Kid Rock's festival, from what I'm reading.
Rock the festival. That's not what I said. I said it's called. You love going back and forth. We're not doing this today. So yes, he's not on the festival anymore, so I guess people can calm down.
Okay.
Yes.
So it was a mistake that he was even on there.
From what the rep has told Rolling Stone, yes, there was a mix-up. He wasn't supposed to be listed on the
honestly
festival.
don't even go with the lineup, but Nelly would, because he got country hits. So that would have been.
And Nelly's done this festival before, correct?
Yeah, he did it in their inaugural year, which, So,
got you.
Yep. Now, and more news. Gervonta Tank Davis has been stripped of his title. He is no longer a boxing world champion. Now, this comes after there was the issuing of the arrest warrant down in Miami Gardens for his arrest over that domestic violence charge and those allegations with the woman at the strip club. Now, he has not turned himself in that I know of. I've been kind of checking in every day to see what the plans were. No update there as of yet.
There's a warrant for his arrest. He just hasn't turned himself in yet.
Yes, there's a warrant for his arrest in out of Miami Gardens Police Department. He has not turned himself in yet. And as we wrap, I want to send a congratulations to Fetty Wap. He saw one of his biggest streaming days ever for Trap Queen over the weekend.
Hey, salute to Fetty.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And when I hit up his team and I was like, do y'all think that this is because everybody was doing that 2016 challenge because the song was so big in 2015, 2016?
I don't know. Like, I feel like everybody just been like waiting for him to come home, like embracing him.
That's what
like,
they said.
I see a lot of
that's what they said, that he attributed to just him coming home. But he was performing over the weekend at Lotus. He's back on stage already. He did Lotus in Jersey, then he did Harbor, a club here in New York. And I have some audio from him at Lotus because you can hear him actually singing and the voice is still voicing. Let's take a listen to Fetty Wap.
Let's go. I'm like, what's up? Shake your body as soon as you came in the door. I just wanna chill, gotta suck across the road. Now into the money, introduce it to my stove. Show her how to whip it, now she remix it below. She my trap queen, now they hit the bando. We be coming down, watch how far the bands go. We just said it go, talking about the Lambos. A 56 a gram, pop 100.
What? Yeah, so people were excited to hear him on stage, and that video went crazy viral. So shout out to Fetty Wap.
Love.
And in the next hour, we will be talking about some music because Mary J. Blige says that she has an unreleased song with Jay-Z that didn't come out because Jay-Z felt disrespected. So we're going to get into it.
Okay. All right. Well, Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
For after the hour, I'm conflicted, man. Because sometimes people come to me with donkey of the day suggestions, and then I see it, and I'm like, I kind of see where they coming from, but I can see both sides in this situation. So I want to open it up for Breakfast Club Court. Wow. And I'm going to lay the case out for y'all, and then we're going to open up the phone lines and decide who should get donkey today.
All right, we'll get to that next. We got Fetty Wap queued up. All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Donkey up the day. Made it.
Damn, the hee-haw again.
It's time for Donkey of the Day. I ain't trying to be donkey today no more.
They should be embarrassed by what they already did. I'm not making these people do these things.
Called Donkey of the Day, and it really caught me off guard.
Damn, Charlamagne, who got the Donkey of the Day today?
Well, Jess Hilarious, Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, January 20th, has me very conflicted. Okay, every now and then I get a suggestion for Donkey of the Day, and I'm like, I can see why you would want them to get Donkey of the Day, but honestly, I can see where they shouldn't, okay? We are going to have to take this one to Breakfast Club Court because I really don't know if these folks should get the biggest hee-haw, but today's potential Donkey of the Day is going to Lugo Rakowski. He's the owner of the Crystal Ballroom in Lake Mary, Florida. Now, according to News 6 Orlando, Ty Henson and William Coney were set to marry in May of this year at the Crystal Ballroom, and then sadly, tragedy struck. Let's go to News 6 Orlando for the report, please.
Crystal Ballroom here in Lake Mary is where Ty Henson thought she'd be marrying her best friend this coming spring. When her fiance, William Coney, suddenly died just before Thanksgiving, Henson says her wedding vendors voided all their contracts and gave back her money. All, she says, except this one.
This wasn't like a cancellation. This was a person dying.
Henson acknowledges she signed a non-refundable contract with the Crystal Ballroom of Lake Mary. Still, she assumed the company would give back at least some of the $7,600 she paid for the wedding venue.
Her suggestion was maybe you can do a memorial here on your wedding day. And that, even now, sorry.
The owner of the wedding venue encourages clients to purchase third-party cancellation insurance. In a statement, the company says Crystal Ballroom has served thousands of couples over many years, while also encountering a small number of illnesses, accidents, deaths, military deployments, and other life events. These experiences shaped our policies and procedures, not to avoid responsibility, but to protect clients, vendors, and the venue in a fair, transparent, and legally sound way.
Ooh, first things first, rest in peace to William Coney. Died unexpectedly at the age of 42 from a heart attack. This is why I encourage y'all to take your cardiovascular health serious. This is why I encourage you all to go see Dr. Puma and go get a Soren heart scan. Please, 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 brothers, take your cardiovascular health serious, because I don't know if it's the food, COVID, the vaccine, stress, something has younger people having heart attacks and strokes. So please take care of yourself. But this is where I get conflicted, because business is business. And there is a reason venues take deposits, okay? I don't know the details of the contract. I don't know the stipulations in the contract. Most contracts have a clause for unforeseen, uncontrollable events. I think it's called the force majeure clause, commonly known as the act of God clause. And I would think death would fall under that. It's not like she just canceled for no reason. And I would think a venue would refund the deposit just out of the kindness of their heart, even if they legally didn't have to. And that is where the situation gets perplexing for me, because I'm expecting me from other people. Okay, I'm not saying I think Crystal Ballroom is wrong, because legally I don't believe they are. From a business perspective, they aren't at all. But from a human perspective, from a kindness perspective, they could give Ty a break and give her the deposit back. Now, I thought it was very cold to suggest to her to do the memorial there, but sadly, the venue is thinking about their bottom line. Okay, they don't want to miss out on that $7,600. That's a lot of money. I get it. But damn, do you not have a heart? Or does a heart matter when a contract was signed and business was done? By the way, News 6 Orlando confirmed that the contract states all payments are non-refundable. Okay, but I agree with Ty Henson. She said she understands the legal side, but there should be space for compassion. Okay, Ty said, and I agree with her wholeheartedly, my compassion as a human being carries over into my business. But then I understand where the venue owner, Lugo's Rakowski, is coming from, because he said they are a full service venue that coordinates space, staffing, inventory, and third-party services months in advance and incurs costs on a different timeline than individual vendors. And they said that complex and unfortunate situations like death have shaped their policies to be fair, transparent, and legally sound. He noted that these rules are reviewed before signing to avoid emotional or inconsistent decision making later. So where are we with this? I really see both sides of this situation. I understand, but people want this owner, Lugo's Rakowski, and this venue to get donkey of the day. So let's open up the phone lines, 1-800-585-1051. We got to go to Breakfast Club Court.
We got to go to Breakfast Club Court. Now, people are saying that this owner and this establishment should have a heart. Yeah. But also, this is business. They had to pay other people. They had to pay maybe the florist, maybe the DJ, maybe the sound, maybe balloons, whatever they had to pay. A lot of that had to go out. And not only that,
and they said they incurred those costs months in advance.
They booked these things out years in advance. So if you don't take this date, somebody else would have. So they gave it to you. Yeah. So it is what it is. But what he did say was that person should have got insurance. If you would have got insurance, nothing would have happened. But
I didn't hear that part.
That's what you said. You said they should have got insurance. That's what you said.
I said that?
Yes.
Oh, no. I don't remember you saying that.
Did I just make that up?
Yeah, I think you did. That's because you paid for so many venues.
I thought you said you getting ready for your daughter to got insurance just in case something happens.
No, he said the owner noted that these rules are reviewed before signing to avoid emotional or inconsistent decision making later.
I thought I heard that. But anyway, that's the question. 800-585-1051. Who's at fault? Who should get the donkey? Should it be the owner of the establishment or not? Let's discuss. 800-585-1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
If y'all talking about it, you know we talking about it. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, Charlamagne might or might not give donkey the day to who?
Man, what's his name? Lugo Rakowski is the owner of the Crystal Ballroom in Lake Mary, Florida. Now, listen, I could go either way with this. People suggest things for me for donkey of the day. Somebody suggested this to me, and then I went to go look at the story, and I was like, I don't know if this is donkey of the day worthy. Because what happened was, sadly, there was a couple who were supposed to get married at the venue, Ty Henson and William Coney. They were supposed to get married in May of this year, but then William died of a heart attack at 42 years old. And so, Ty wants to get the $7,600 that they put into the venue back, but the venue doesn't have to give the money back because the contract says that they noted that these rules are reviewed before signing to avoid emotional or inconsistent decision making later. So they're not contractually obligated to give the money back.
Right, but this is how I look at it. It is sad, but yeah, that business is a business where they sell packages, weddings, baby showers, and if that date wasn't taken by them, they could have sold it to another person, right? And in the news report is where I heard the trip insurance. But it's like this. If you book a trip or vacation and somebody passes away and you don't have trip insurance, you out of luck.
You out of it. Yeah.
If you buy tickets to a football game or if you buy tickets to a basketball game and something happens, you got to keep those tickets.
But I will say there's one difference.
What's the difference?
The difference is like this is
business.
This is a venue and it's an owner of a venue that you can actually pick up the phone and call. Right. It's very hard to do that with the trips. It's very hard to get with trips. You're talking to an operator. With trips, you're talking to you're not talking to the owner.
But they tell you to get trip insurance, and if they tell you get insurance just in case something happens. I also have to run a business, meaning I can't continue to do this because I put money out.
Yeah,
I could have made money this weekend.
Paying for staff.
Right, I made arrangements to do this, and now that I don't, I lose everything as well. And
I also want to say
it is horrible, but it's business. You know what I mean? And you should have got the insurance so that way you was covered. You know?
And the owner put some money into her GoFundMe as well too, like $500.
The owner put $500 in the GoFundMe?
Yeah, the owner put $500 into her GoFundMe. And he said he just did that personally, not even on behalf of his venue. He just did that personally. Wow. So clearly he feels bad about this situation.
Type of remorse,
But listen, man, I understand the legal side, but I just wonder, like Ty Henson said, should there be space for compassion? Ty said, because Ty's a cosmetologist, so she got her own business. She said, my compassion as a human being carries over into my business. But, as the owner of the venue says, Lukas Rakowski, he said they're a full-service venue that coordinates space, staffing, inventory, and third-party services months in advance, and they incur costs on a different timeline than individual venues. So he's already spent some money.
Correct, yeah, because they have to prepare the flowers, prepare balloons, prepare tables, prepare chairs, prepare sounds, prepare all of that. So if I had to put my money out, should I have to lose because of what happened?
And then she's a cosmetologist, so she got to look at it like from a business standpoint as well. If she's booked to do a wedding, like a bridesmaids and a bride or whatever, right? And they have a deposit that they put down. Say the wedding for whatever reason don't go through. Now, does she give back her deposit? Give back that deposit?
Yeah, she said she actually has. She said, she says, I understand contracts. She says she once issued a refund to someone when a hurricane destroyed their home before their wedding. And that's what she said. My compassion as a human being carries over into my business.
For sure.
Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, Mozzie. What's up, Mozzie?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Good morning, Mozzie. What's your thoughts, brother?
All right, man. So I say donkey of the day should definitely go to the vendor. And the reason I say that is because I have a building that I often rent out for parties. receptions, things of that nature. They should give the people their deposit back because of the fact the vendors that I deal with will give me my deposits back because I had to cancel on situations like that involving a death. Now, I do offer the cancellation insurance as well, but that's for like hurricanes, bad weather, somebody got sick, things like that.
Death?
But in the event of a death, you should definitely give them people at least half of their money back because I'm getting some of my money back from my vendors that I deal with.
I was thinking about what about keeping the cost you incurred and then giving them the money back? You know what I'm saying? Like you got paid, like if you got paid $7,600, like because the vendor said he already incurred some costs.
So if he had to pay out $2,000, pay the $2,000.
How about get your money back of the cost you incurred, but then give her the rest of the money?
Right.
I agree with that.
Exactly. That's what I would do. I would, what I done spent, I would keep for myself and say, well, I've incurred this cost. This is the balance of what you paid. Here you go. I hope, my condolences to you and your family.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, I think that's fair. If he wants to. Hello, who's this?
This is Wisdom.
Hey, Wisdom. Good morning. Talk to us.
So I think that both of them should get a little bit of the donkey.
Damn. You think she should get donkey?
I think they both should get it. Just a little bit.
Why?
Well, for the bride, anytime you book something for an event, for any type of space, you make sure that you have the insurance.
Yeah.
I mean, if you book something,
that's true.
What if it rains?
Yeah.
You want to be able to have an inside, especially if it's a wedding. You gotta dot it and all your T's crossed when it comes to your wedding.
Right.
That's true.
The only thing with that is, though, and I think anybody knows planning a wedding, every dollar matters and every dollar counts, right? And sometimes you're really stretching to pull these weddings off, and you're praying that your guests give you back some of that money to make your money back.
Yeah.
So they might not have had that to do that, which is sad,
Yeah, the owner, the owner.
Again, what if she was having a wedding? If she was having a wedding, you're still going to have to be responsible to insure yourself this side. Get inside.
Yeah, she said if it was an outdoor wedding, but I looked at the venue hall is an indoor hall.
Yeah.
I wonder why she didn't do the insurance.
Yeah, same.
I don't know.
I understand that too. So I get what she's saying. I just feel so bad for her. I don't want to give her. I wouldn't give her even a little bit of donkey because I know she grieving right now. She going through it, and she may not have been able to afford the insurance because sometimes that's high as well. But I don't fault the venue either.
Hello, who's this?
Wow. Hey, good morning, brother. This is West out of Atlanta.
Wes, what up?
Good morning.
Oh, yeah, this is West out of Atlanta, man. I believe that she should get donkey of the day because people go into contracts willingly thinking that, that won't happen to me. And then when it happens, they want somebody to have compassion and feelings for them, which is understandable, but that company probably had already took losses from having compassion for people before, which made them come up with their new rules and regulations for why they do their things the way they do.
That's what the owner said.
Yeah, and I agree with that. That's why contracts are signed. Contracts are signed to protect really both parties, depending on what happens. And yeah, I mean, it's tough, it's horrible, it's nasty, it's disgusting, but
it is business.
It's business. Thank you, brother. Hello, who's this?
DJ Rock, Turtle Beach. What's up, Breakfast Club?
What's up, brother? What's your thoughts?
I definitely think my man the owner of that venue should give her some of that money back. I definitely understand that he has paid other venues in advance, like deposits for DJs or cooks. Okay, subtract those deposits he made and give her the rest of the money back. It's only right. They'll make the venue look right, so I think definitely give her some of the money back.
Okay.
Yeah, if it was me, I would have. If I was the owner, because they said they already had to incur some costs. Whatever the costs were that you already had to incur, you take that and then you give her the rest of the money.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Shantae calling from Jersey.
Shantae.
Shantae.
Good morning. So what's your thoughts?
Good morning. I definitely, as an event-based owner, I definitely think it's the client's fault. Reading is fundamental, and unfortunately, a lot of people just don't read their contracts properly. Yes, we still have compassion, but we do have things that are planned for each day that someone books an event. So I created a payment protection, kind of like a flight protection. If you don't pay for the payment protection, unfortunately, you will lose your deposit.
Damn. Yeah. And I want people to know Ty is a cosmetologist as well. So she says she completely understands business, but she also understands the legal side. And she said that there should just be space for compassion. She said her compassion as a human being carries over into her business. And she also gave an example of how she issued a refund to someone when a hurricane destroyed their home before their wedding.
Right, but also if I own a business and I'm telling you, take the insurance out because it protects both me and you.
Yeah.
Right, so if this does happen, I still get paid, you still get paid, you get your money back. And if I'm telling you to do that and you don't do it, and then something horribly happens, how does it fall back on the business owner? Because he has bills, he has expenses, he has to pay for a mortgage or whatever it may be.
I mean, she probably just didn't, think, oh my God, my fiance is going to pass away. Although anything else could have happened, you need that insurance for protection from any and everything, but she just didn't, and then she probably couldn't afford it.
Yeah, maybe.
Depending on how much the insurance was.
But even when I book a trip somewhere, right? If I book a trip locally, I don't get that insurance. But if I go somewhere where it's costing me a lot, I definitely get it just in case.
I book insurance on everything, even airline tickets. Like people don't ever check that little box that says, put insurance on the tickets.
If it's local,
I do them everywhere.
If it's in the U.S., I won't. But if it's
I do them everywhere.
Everywhere?
International and U.S. Hell yeah.
Because you just never know.
You just never know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's the moral of the story?
I think we got a hung jury.
Okay.
We got a hung jury because it seems like people understand both sides. I don't agree with giving her donkey of the day in no way, shape, or form because I don't think it was her fault.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's the venue's fault
either. I don't feel like anybody. It's just a unfortunate situation. I don't think anybody deserves donkey.
Now, what I would say if I was and I've been saying it all morning, if I was the business owner, whatever cost I have already incurred, I'll take my money from that and I would give her the rest back just out of the goodness of my heart. Because I just feel like not only is that good business, just as a human being, that's the right thing to do.
Yeah. But even if he doesn't, it's like it's
contract
business,
signed.
it's just contract. Yeah.
All right. Well, we got the latest with Loren coming up, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Loren becoming a straight fat.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm a homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
What was the latest?
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
What happened? Why don't say the D word? I missed it. I was putting my earphones in.
Because Taylor drop was loud as hell. Yeah. She just bogarted in your intro. Taylor made it.
She deserves it. She do a great job. Real quick before we get into this hour, I want to say send a rest in peace to Valentino Garvani. I know I said his last name wrong. That is my best pronunciation. But he's one of the founders of Valentino, which is the couture fashion brand that was founded back in the 1960s. He passed away over the weekend at age 93. So wanted to say rest in peace to him.
I don't know who that is, but that's a long life.
You know Valentino, the clothing brand?
Mm-mm.
If I show you it, because he don't really be like he's not into buying all that, but if I show you it, you'll recognize the emblem of the brand. But so in other news, as we move forward, Lamar Odom over the weekend was arrested for a DUI in Las Vegas. Yeah, he was arrested and booked for driving under the influence after he was pulled over early Saturday morning. The incident is still under investigation. He's no longer in custody.
Doesn't he have rehab centers, though?
So that was a conversation at one point about him having rehab centers, but it ended prior to his DUI arrest. His former manager...
Rehab centers?
He was opening up centers to help people get through different addictions.
Alcoholism.
Because of what
they're not open yet, so give him some grace. What you mean? They're not open yet?
From 2023 to 2025, Lamar Odom owned Odom Recovery Group, which was a marketing company for rehab, senior living, and dental. He never started a business there's another guy that they're talking about, two guys, Dante or Martinez. In fact, this is a statement from his manager. They opened Odom Wellness Treatment Centers as an LLC in early 2023 without Lamar on it, and Lamar's attorneys had it closed by May of 2023 when it came to Lamar's attention. So all of that was basically done before all this has happened. People started to talk about that, the fact that he's been pulled over for this DUI and he owns these rehab centers. So they came out and clarified that that business and that partnership is officially over.
Well, rehabbing is not linear, right? It's still a form of healing.
Yes,
very much so.
And if you're fighting with something like that, you're fighting, I imagine, you're fighting every day. You know what I mean? You're fighting against all of that.
Not making excuses, though, because I do not like drunk drivers, because drunk drivers are very irresponsible, and you can get on the road and end up killing somebody.
The sad part is I'm sure he wasn't by himself, so somebody had to see him drink and know he was having a fight with alcoholism and all that other stuff. Should have said, nah, don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't drive.
Yes. But I mean, here we are. You know, he's been pulled over on the suspicion. So we'll have to.
Driving under the influence is wild in 2026 when you got Uber and Lyft and
There's
all
so
these other
many
ride
options,
companies.
so many ways that you don't have to drive under the influence.
And the crazy thing too is he was cited for driving more than 41 miles per hour over the limit. And then there was an improper lane change and failure to maintain a lane that police say that they noticed. So it's kind of like, you know, not only are you driving under the influence, but you're going so fast that you know, like someone's going to see you and stop you. You know what I mean? So yeah, so we'll be following that.
Definite donkey today. Damn.
Oh, I should have sent it to you. My bad. All right.
Thank God he didn't get into an accident. Nobody got killed. He didn't get killed.
Yes. 100%. Now, in other news, Mary J. Blige, she was on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. She's promoting, her new residency in Vegas, and she's having a conversation about unreleased music and music in general. And she talks about a time where there's a song that she wanted to release with Jay-Z, but because it was leaked, she couldn't release it. Let's take a listen to Mary J. Blige on Jay-Z song.
Are there any songs in the vault, in your vault of music, of making music, that never came out, that you're like, damn, I wish this song would have came out?
Yep. I was playing one the other day, and this one actually has Hove on it.
Really?
That's all I'm gonna say. And it's a monster too.
Is there a reason why this record hasn't come out? Like, is there? I'm sure Hope's gonna see this.
When we were younger, we was Amp recording that record.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say who it was because I don't want somebody to come back, but somebody leaked it, and then we couldn't.
That's the worst thing you could do.
And then we couldn't do anything with it because then Hove was like, he felt disrespected that someone from my session had leaked it.
What Jay-Z Mary J. Blige record was leaked? NBU, the mixtape guy?
So
what record was that?
I don't know. Which
All right,
one was
so
this?
when I looked it up, I saw that back in 2003, when she was doing her Love and Life album, there was supposed to be Rock Steady by DJ Clue that was supposed to be on the project, and people say that was leaked and that might be the song. But then I saw people reporting this as if this is a new song that we haven't heard. That only
she said back in the day, though. So.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't really know for sure which or what she's referring to, but she says it's a good one. And they did talk about whether they could ever come to terms where it could be like remixed and mastered, and maybe Jay-Z would let her
drop it.
Yeah, she said it's kind of his call. But then she also talked about speaking of Jay-Z, Umbrella, Rihanna's song that was one of her big breakout hits on her Good Girl Gone Bad album was supposed to be for Mary J. Blige, but she said no, I didn't want to do it. Let's take a listen to that.
What's that one song or one beat that got away from you?
So it was during the Breakthrough album, and Be Without You was on fire, and the whole album was on fire, and I was nominated for 8 Grammys. And Dream and Tricky came to me with Umbrella. All I heard was, and I was like, yo, my fans is going to bug out on me if they hit me to my 8. So I was like, I got a lot going on. I'm gonna pass. Then when I heard Rihanna do it, I was like, see, it was for Rihanna. It was for Rihanna. It wasn't for me. I'm not afraid to pass on something that's not for me. It got away, but it wasn't for me in the first place.
Yeah,
it wasn't for her.
That record is not for Mary.
Yeah, and the story goes, they took it to Britney Spears, then they took it to Mary J. Blige, and then it ended up with Rihanna. That's how the tale
happened
goes.
to Mary before those Rainy Days was supposed to be for TLC. Ja wrote that for TLC, and then ended up with Mary.
Yeah, I feel like that happens for a lot of artists.
I think you got to know yourself. You got to know what's for you and what's not for you.
Yeah, because I can't imagine her on that song at all.
No.
It was like perfect for
and
Rihanna.
just because Mary did it didn't mean it would turn into a hit the way it did for Rihanna.
Yeah. Very true. Well, as we go to other news, I do want to take some time to shout out Martin.
Yes.
Because there were some photos. I had some photos in here. I don't know where they went. There was a video that had actually been posted of Martin. He was like,
Somebody took it.
what is it called when you're like boxing, but shadow boxing. He was shadow boxing in the video, and he posted some photos over the weekend because he's been doing some shows, and fans have realized that he's lost weight, and they're talking about just how good he looks, how healthy he looks.
That's dope.
And he says that it's diet, exercise, in the caption when he posted the video. So shout out to Martin because
I
fans
love Martin.
Yes,
love him. That's my favorite comedian. That's my hero. That's my mentor. I love Martin. So it's good to see him.
Salute to Martin.
Lose weight and get back. You know what I'm saying? Because he moving quicker and all that. I love that.
That's good.
Love it.
For sure. Now, as we wrap up, T.I. has dropped a trailer. And in this trailer, he announces his new song, Let 'Em Know. But he also announces the fact that he cut off the dreads. Let's take a listen.
Locks.
Not bad.
Get ready. It's time.
This record's so hard. This record is so hard.
That's
Yes.
the one Pharrell produced, right?
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, so
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna actually get the song on.
I'm gonna start the mix off.
Yeah,
with
we're gonna get the song on in the mix. But yeah, so he's announced that the song is coming. The song is coming, and the people are.
Have we
really
seen the
excited.
haircut, or it was just like a teaser?
No,
like,
no. You actually can see the haircut.
'Cause I ain't see it.
I mean, it's. Do you remember T.I. with the haircut?
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying I would like to see evolve.
I want the
T.I. with
record to
haircut.
show too that T.I. let us hear that record, some months ago. And he also told us some months ago he was going to cut his hair. Way before that whatever that ball spot video and everything came out.
Yeah.
He told us he was cutting his hair. Okay.
That record is tough.
Oh, no, it's tough.
And
I
looking
like the
on-
beat.
and-
Oh, yeah.
And the fact T.I. snapping on it.
Fire.
Let's get into that joint right now. Thank you. That was the latest with Lauren. Let's get into the joint. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Salute to Belly Gang Cushington for joining us this morning.
He didn't join us.
I did not know that yo
Was it
was
on Twitch?
white, yo. I did not know that he was white. I ain't gonna hold you.
Well,
He
he's
wanted
half-
to
he's half
rap
and half.
his
He's
neck.
mixed.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Cause you know how you hear people, but you don't see them. I never ever saw who he was. I just know his songs. So when he walked through the door, I was about to be like, College Park, Bubba Sparks, but I didn't know that was him. And then I was like, oh, then we opened up his mouth. I'm like, oh no, this guy white, or mixed or whatever. So. Yeah, but he cool though.
Salute to Belly Gang Cushington. You can check out that full interview on our YouTube page. This weekend I'm out in North Carolina. They're having the Battle of the Bands. Me and Lauren will be out there. So salute to all the HBCUs out there.
Dope.
It's like it's not a homecoming, but like a midtime homecoming before homecoming.
Yeah.
The parties before. So we have a lot of fun out there. So salute to all the HBCUs that will be joining us.
That's what's up.
And where you at this weekend?
I'm down south as well. I'll be in Hoover, Alabama, right near Birmingham. I'm gonna be at the Stardome Comedy Club. Get your tickets. That's January 23rd and January 24th, Friday and Saturday. We got 4 shows coming up, guys. I will be doing meet and greet, and I do have merch, guys. So get your tickets if you have not yet for that. JessHilariousOfficial.com. Also, know that you can also pre-order my book, Till Death Do We Parent, on my website. Anywhere else you pre-order books at.
And also, too, man, I want to tell y'all that next Monday, January 26th, starts a new era for Breakfast Club because you can get Breakfast Club interviews on Netflix. Okay, so the full interviews won't be on YouTube anymore. The clips and stuff will still be on YouTube and on social media. But if you want to watch the full interviews, you're going to have to go to Netflix starting on January 26th. So go to Netflix right now, search Breakfast Club, click on the Breakfast Club logo, and click Remind Me. Okay, Remind Me. So you'll be notified on January 26th when we go live. And salute to Bruce, man. I saw Bruce just got a Netflix special, man.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, salute to Bruce. I just saw him. I just saw the news about him getting a Netflix special. So
That's
salute
what's
to
up.
Bruce.
Salute to him. I opened up for Bruce like more than 10 times.
Really?
Like he used to always put me on the shows when I was like up and coming. So salute to him.
Yeah, it's called I Ain't Playing.
Dope.
It comes out March 3rd. Okay. Yes, March 3rd. He shot it in Chicago, actually.
All right, well, Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do have a positive note, and it's simple, man. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted, okay? And there are a lot of kind people out here. I know social media might make you think otherwise, but remember, the world is full of kind people. If you can't find one, be one. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?